Hi, I'm Natalie and welcome to FNC, an elections special. Today's guests are coming from the DRC's Election Committee and they are...
Hi, I'm Harrison, a two-time Elections Committee member.
I'm Jack. I'm currently the 17th most influential student in the country.
Hi, I'm Callum. I'm Claudia Parsons' Hall Chair.
Right guys, so do you want to tell us a little bit about what Elections Committee actually is?
Go ahead.
So, Election Committee, we act as like the discipline body for the exec elections. So if anyone does anything wrong, we're there to basically decide the punishments that they get. So we help the exec make sure that the whole couple of weeks go smoothly.
And pretty much they're actually ran fairly between the candidates, just in case no one's cheating.
Well, so what would cheating be?
Well, like campaigning in ways that aren't allowed, like door knocking is illegal this year. Very harshly punished this year, I hope, you know. Campaigning before they're supposed to start, so you're not even supposed to know who even is running right now.
Do you guys know who's running?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, insider information. So when you're talking about punishments, what are the sanctions that you can put on people who are running?
So it's split into two. We have a social media ban, which means people can't put anything on their social media. And then you also have like a live campaign ban, so people can't go out and actively campaign in public. Dependent on how bad their ban actually is, will correlate to how many hours ban they get. And there were some cases last year where we gave people like both bans. So if they did something public, which then went onto social media, we decided that they should get a ban in like both aspects.
Okay. So last year you were talking about ban. Without naming names, what was the worst thing that happened last year during the elections?
The worst thing
What illegal
I'm not going to talk about a certain candidate, but there was a bit of beef between two. What's it called? Who helps you run?
The campaign team.
Yeah, campaign team. There's two members from the campaign team who tried to steal each other's banners on a night out, and it got a bit beefy. So we had to call them in and sort them out and make sure it didn't happen again. But,
Did you beat up, Harry?
yeah, no. To be fair, they looked at me and they felt quite scared of me. So that's why they got
They
me involved in
backed off.
elections.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You're the muscle behind the elections committee. So what do you think we can expect this year from the elections? What are you wanting to see? Are we thinking like good themes or costumes? Because there's been a change in the costume rules this year, I believe.
Given that we've made a lot of changes to the rules regarding costumes, regarding door knocking, it will be good to see, I think, candidates being more creative. I think they are going to have to think outside the box because obviously for the last few years it's always been the same and candidates have always done the same stuff, just in different costumes. So they are going to have to find new ways of getting votes, and that should be quite fun.
And I think one thing about the costumes is people sort of didn't enjoy it all the time, you know? And since we've got rid of the costumes, there's been slightly more nominations than last year, which isn't exactly a high bar.
So last year there was only 2 contested positions. Yeah. Without dropping any names, are we expecting a few more contested positions this year?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like last year, being on elections committee was quite boring. Only having two competed positions meant people weren't really getting beef with each other, so we weren't really getting many complaints.
I think as well. If last year, I mean, as I say, I wasn't on committee, but I presume last year, if you banned someone who was in an uncontested position, it didn't really have.
You ban someone and it'd be like, is there much point? To be honest, towards the end of the week, we did get like.
I was going to say, Ron made serious gains during those blackout periods.
For those at home who don't know or are unfamiliar with election, what is RON?
Well, RON really is reopen nominations. If you think that the candidates who have put themselves forward aren't good enough, you can vote RON instead of actually voting for a candidate. And that means that the election will be rerun again with nominations open again. So if you think that you can do a better job, vote RON and then run again if that happens. It's not happened yet, I don't think, in exec elections, but...
It happened a long time ago.
Oh, a long time ago.
In folklore. According to Sue.
But I don't think it's happened in recent history, so...
Recent history? How old is...
I've been here 3 years. I don't think it's happened in 3 years, but I'm looking forward to seeing if someone will get close and seeing that there's a bit of a fight with Ron.
We had quite high RON rates last year, but quite low engagement rates in the actual elections. are we hoping this year, is there any more like strategies coming in to try and up the engagement, especially from like returners who live in town? And
I think the changes that have been brought in were needed and also something that can have a positive impact. I think certainly so far the exec has been one that's done things very differently. The Bandersnatch thing, for example, I thought personally was really positive. I didn't get the position I wanted, and I wondered if that was because I chose.
I was education.
I wondered if that was because I chose cornflakes.
It's the horse racing, mate.
I don't know how I got sport.
But I think there are ways, they've utilised kind of ways that can access everybody a lot more than in previous years, which is good.
I mean, going back to it being uncontested last year, it meant a lot of people didn't really care about voting. So I'm guessing this year, with candidates wanting more votes, we are going to see a lot more people voting.
Yeah. Well, really, you get more candidates, you get more people campaigning, you get actual competitions, so you're going to get more votes. So it's pretty, self-explanatory, really, isn't it? Hopefully.
So, Jack, obviously last year your Towers posting page had a bit of a Ron campaign going on. Are we planning to see that again? Maybe not from yourself,
not
but
from me.
Your co-conspirators
I don't know. I've
on the
not
page.
spoken to anyone about it, really. We've had one Ron meme, but that was about hustings, really. But we'll see, I guess. If anyone wants to send in memes, don't send them to me. I'm not going to post them. I'll just pass them on to Joss. But yeah, hopefully. Well, I guess sort of in my position, I'm not supposed to hope for that anymore, am I? We love drama, but vote. That's all I'm saying.
Everyone should vote. We really want to encourage people voting, even if you're going to vote Ron. That's a perfectly valid choice.
To be fair, last year the reason we did it really was because there was so many uncontested positions. It was a bit, it's not really proper democracy, is it? If you've only got one choice, really. So, sort of championed the other choice, which didn't win, but there's always another year.
So what are we looking at for Soapbox, do you think? Do you reckon Josh Gray's going to rip into the candidates as bad as he did last year? Or
I don't know, Josh.
I think it'd be worse.
Josh is in the audience, by the way. But
Well, I think Josh was only here for like a few months. Like by the time it got to exec elections, he's had an extra year in Loughborough. He knows a lot more about all the candidates as well. So I'm hoping that he'll.
And what the university and the union needs.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping a few of them will start crying.
I'm hoping Paxman shines through once again.
Loughborough's answer to Jeremy Paxman.
Yeah, Lil Pax. That's his rapper name.
So obviously there's been issues in the past with smear campaigns. Do one of you want to tell us what a smear campaign is?
Well, a smear campaign really is a personal attack against someone rather than an actual critique of their manifesto. So saying someone's terrible is kind of a smear campaign, but saying someone's policies are terrible is better, really.
Better, but
yeah. Still a bit borderline.
Categories of smear campaign that there are. I think it's undermining rather than promoting your own positive aspects. It's undermining those of others to give you an edge, which isn't to me a fair promotion of what you can do. It's just trying to present yourself as better in the wrong way.
Okay, do you think there's going to be some issues with that? Especially seeing as there are contested positions this year.
We had 2 contested positions last year and we had smear campaigning. So, yes.
Is that what you guys on election committee are particularly looking out for?
Yeah, definitely, because I want it to be a fair fight. And if you have people at each other's throat like that, you can obviously talk about their campaign, but if you're bringing in personal aspects to them, it's not really relevant to like.
I don't think it's fair on the voters either to be influenced like that. At the end of the day, I think everyone's done stupid stuff at uni. I think if you've done stupid stuff, you turn to the person next to you, then they've done even more stupid stuff. It's all right, Jack. But it's unfair on the voters, particularly first years. You've probably never seen something quite like this. So for them to potentially waste a vote based on something that isn't relevant is to me against.
Hopefully, really, you'd actually be able to win on your own merit rather than bring someone else down.
I was going to say, if that's what you need to do to win, then it's probably not right for the job.
Thank you for watching, everyone. See you again soon. Well, cool. Right, go to the toilet now. Go, Jack, go.